This lesson is on section 12-4, titled Surface Area. And today we're going to find surface area of rectangular prisms, or 3D objects. So, surface area. Okay. When you think of surface area, I want you guys to think of wrapping paper. So I'm sure that on sometime on your birthday or on Christmas, you've maybe tried to really carefully unwrap a box and try not to rip the wrapping paper. And if you've ever unwrapped a box really nicely and didn't rip the wrapping paper and you took that wrapping paper off the box, you'd be able to measure that wrapping paper and find the surface area of that box. So unfortunately, on some examples you're going to get on your homework or on tests, you're not going to be able to unwrap the prisms that I'm giving you on the paper. So I'm going to have to teach you a way in order to figure out the size of that wrapping paper or the surface area of rectangular prisms. And we're going to do that by finding the area of each piece of the rectangular prism. So we're going to first find the area of this piece right here. Then we're going to find the area of this piece right here. Then we're going to find the area of this piece right here. And then if you notice, I colored both of those pieces in red because they are the exact same size. They would have the same area. So what you could do is you could find the area of this piece right here and multiply it by 2 to find our two bases. And then if you notice the color that I colored in green, well, that green is the same length as the green is the bottom. The green can also be the top, and that's the same. And the sides, and I'm not going to color green for the sides, but the sides of this box can also be colored green, so they are also the same area. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the area of the red and multiply it by 2, and then we're going to find the area of the green and multiply it by 2, and then we're going to find the area of the sides, which is the blue, and then we're going to multiply that by 2. Now I have a crazy color picture, but it's going to make more sense when we solve this problem. So my first example is we're going to find the surface area of this box that I just crazy colored in the last example. Okay, so in order to find the surface area, again, I'm going to pretend I'm going to take this box, I'm going to wrap it in wrapping paper, and then I'm going to carefully unwrap it, and then I'm going to lay it out, and this is what I'm going to be measuring as my surface area. But because we can't do this, we're going to find the area of each piece of this box. So I'm going to remind you guys that area equals length times width. Okay, so let's break apart this box and let's find the area of each piece. So let's first find the area of the two bases, because these two bases are the exact same. So the area of the base, well, the length is going to be 4, okay, and then the width is going to be 2, because I can see my 2 right here, okay, so the length times my width equals 8, okay, and because there's 2 of them, I need to multiply my area of 8 by 2 to get both of my bases. So 8 times 2 is so far is 16. Okay, now I'm going to find the area of the top and the bottom. Okay, the top and the bottom of my rectangular prism. Okay, so I need to find the area of that. Well, the length of the bottom is 6. And then the width is 4. So 6 times 4 equals 24. Again, because I have a top and a bottom, I have 2 dimensions, or I have 2 sides of my prism. So I'm going to have to multiply by that too. And then 24 times 2 is 48. Now lastly, I need to find the dimensions of my 2 sides. So I have this side right here, and then I have that back side. Again, this is starting to get a little sloppy, but again, let me just highlight this side. I have this side, and then I have the other side directly across from it. I have these two sides right here. Here and here. Okay. So I need to find the area of those sides. Okay. So the length of my side is going to be 6. And the width of my side is 2. So I say 6 times 2 equals 12. And because I have two sides, I have to multiply that by 2. 12 times 2 equals 24. So now, because I found the area of all my sides, all I have to do is add up these dimensions. So 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 4 is 18. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Plus 4 is 6. Plus 2 is 8. So the surface area of this rectangular prism that I have right here is 88. And then I'm going to include my units. I'm going to say this is meters to the third power because there's 3 dimensions. And if you notice here, all we did was we multiplied each number together, and then we multiplied it by 2. So I said 4 times 2, and then I multiplied that by 2. And then I said 6 times 4, and I multiplied that by 2 to get 48. And then my last combination was 6 times 2, and multiplied that by 2 to get 24, and then I added it all up. Because this video is getting longer than probably what you guys want to watch, I'm going to stop right here at this first example, and we're going to be definitely going over this concept more in class. Thanks for watching.